Hey y'all, Smurmi here, also known as Notorious JKB. I had this idea because I've been trying to showcase my server for a long time now, and I had this idea of how I can actually showcase the entire server. The server is over 6 years old and has tons and tons, hundreds of thousands of things to see. So every time I've been trying to do a showcase, I have been fully unable to show everything. So I'm actually going to do it by the different warp counties. So today's video, we're going to start at the very beginning at the Stone District and at Jesterville. I hope you guys enjoy the video, and yeah. So I figured since I wouldn't get the chance to show it ahead of time, I thought I'd show y'all the spawn first, but it's honestly one of the oldest buildings on the entire server. So these, if you come up here to this little second floor area, I'll show you guys what it looks like on the outside here in a second, but these are going to be our main contributor / admin NPCs that we have on this area. I can see there's info right there. Right now we're trying to work it out so that when you read the actual books, that it doesn't allow you to take them. So we don't want you guys stealing the books for the info. Or maybe we could have it so it just spawns in the new one. This actual spawn area was inspired by, of all things, Star Wars Kashyyyk, aka Chewbacca's homeworld. You'll see what I'm talking about in a second. It's ridiculously massive scale, just FYI. It's a very big... If you think it looks big in here, wait until you see the roof of this thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and go check that out. It's freaking massive. And this is all done with World Edit. Almost 90% of the builds and the server were done with World Edit. So it's all just oak wood, a lot of oak wood. So I would like to at some point figure out how to calculate all actual different types of blocks that were used in this server as a whole. So it goes so high. My render distance is not set that low, so you can tell it's kind of looks like a giant ice cream cone. So it's got that little area. But yeah, the Kashyyyk buildings that Chewbacca's homeworld is at. So yeah, and this is a spawn, and when you spawn in, it's going to be like right about down there. If you were to look through the blocks. So if we go down here, there we go. You walk out this way, as you can see it says exit right there, and then you walk out here, and then this is going to be like the general spawn area. So and this is all the warps we're going to go through in all these videos, and it goes all the way to H, and there's also subsets. So if we type in /warp, so if we go to H, you can see that there's lots and lots of different subsets. There's also the hubs as well as the PvP arenas. So yeah, that's a cool little detail. Now I'll just show you some random capture footage that I'm getting of this area. So alright y'all, welcome to the Stone District. This is home to some major and minor builds, but also this area has seen a lot of different changes. Most particularly in that direction all the way to that direction. So this area over here would technically count as the Jesterville County. But let me just show you all around a little bit. So I'll have to summarize as best as possible, but this area is kind of like a junkier kind of neighborhood. And often people ask me, why is this place on fire? People tell me all the time, it's like, should we put that out? And the thing about this is it's completely intentional. Not a lot of people know that. The joke here is that a meteorite fell through the thing, and it's just constantly on fire, kind of like the tire fire in The Simpsons. So what used to be in this area was a bunch of robot houses. This is supposed to be like my version of like a trailer park sort of thing. But we decided to change that to make it look a little more realistic. And also we came up with this. We're not going to keep this design for the actual server launch, but I thought this was a pretty neat idea for a little motorcycle sort of thing. And then we have the houses, obviously. And then this house belongs to someone. This is actually something that I built for a friend. But there's a bunch of small details in this area. There's actually a shop over here. And for the longest time, this whole area essentially had nothing in it. And we were really scratching our heads figuring out what to do. But as you can see, this is a store that you can actually buy. Let's ignore that. So that's it's kind of, I guess it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, you know, you can go fishing, buy some tackle and stuff like that. This is actually a recent implementation, that house right there. I don't know how long ago, but it wasn't one of the older buildings. And then this is apparently, I guess it's a rehab center if I'm not mistaken. Phillips Rehab, yep, that's right. Some of these stuffs tackle some very bizarrely adult themes, not unlike Grand Theft Auto and games like that. So, what the heck? Oh, it's a lighting glitch. And then you have a little mission over here, a Stickman. I don't know why it says that, but yeah, it's just a random. And a weird twist of fate, we have the airport over here. This airport was it used to be my favorite build. Now I have other favorite builds, but this one has also undergone very many changes. This street over here took a long time to do, and a lot of these details were added on later, actually. So I think we have a thing where it used to have like the lights that would go down like that, like little like landing strips. So this is supposed to be the landing strip, although because a lot of people on the server are actually like train and plane enthusiasts, I was informed that apparently this particular thing, although it's massive, is apparently very out of scale, especially with the rest of the world. And then I also remember that I only had so much room to work with in this area anyway, so but yeah, if we look far enough, I think there are some planes parked somewhere. Yeah, there's one. Okay, I think there's also one more, but this is a pretty cool. I can show you guys the inside of the plane if you're curious. It's not super great. This is one of the older things on the server, so this is when we're starting like this. We are also seeing further on down in the builds how my building style has actually developed throughout it. So, but yeah, this is basically it. And I'll go to the pilot thing after. Here we go. Yep, here we are. It used to look a lot different, but yeah, this is the side basically what we decided to go to. And I think that's, yep, there's room there to put like some paneling or something.